recording. Great. So, we're just quickly going to talk about digital tools, right? It's just so you know, this is just basic knowledge, right? I mean, I'm not going to go too deep into this. I'm just going to spend 2 hours. So by 2 p.m. we should round up this class. Okay, so I just like that we all have that. We all know the time that we have to spend for the training. Okay, so this is what I'm going to talk about: introduction, definition of digital tools, software. So digital tools are just, basically software platforms or applications that enable users to perform tasks more efficiently, manage data, and communicate effectively. I mean, very, very key, communicate effectively, right? Aside the fact that it helps you, manage or perform your tasks efficiently, it also, helps you communicate effectively. I mean, a lot of us, would have to work on a lot of things, and, having to, pass on, communicate our results or communicate how we go about it can be a bit difficult, right? So we have this tool that can help us manage our task. I mean, sometimes every single day, I always thank God that we have, the likes of Google Workspace, right? I mean, Trello and the rest. I mean, they just help us, work things better. Okay, I'm just going to skip all of this part. I'm going to skip all of this part. Type of digital tools. We have communication tools. We have communication tools like emails, messaging apps, video conferencing. I mean, like what we're using right now, Zoom. I mean, we have the likes of Zoom. We have the likes of Microsoft Teams. We have what's this other popular one? Google Meet, right? But I mean, most of the times, just because of the feature that we have on Zoom, I would usually always go for Zoom. Also, Microsoft Teams works very good as well, right? So these are like communication tools. Other productive tools are like WordPress, word processors, spreadsheet, tax management softwares, right? Uh, Social media tools like content management, right? Social media schedulers, analytic tools. I'm not going to go into all of these things. This is just like to just give you an idea, right, on the different kinds of tools, right? Then we have design tools. We have, the graphic design softwares, CAD tools, UI UX tools like Canva. I mean, Canva is that one design tool that I would always run to. Right? I mean, the class I just left was a class on Canva, right? Basically, design and slice designs. So, that is that. So, exploring Google Suite key tools. So, I mean, for the purpose of this class, I mean, time and all, we're just going to just focus on Google Suite key tools. I mean, we can't really do a whole lot. That actually a lot of digital tools, right? But we're going to just focus on Google, tools. I mean, this is a tool that can help you work on things faster, can help you, collaborate with someone. I mean, you have somebody on let's say for instance, on the task you're working on, right? And so both of you can easily work on it together. I mean, right? You get to see the progress of the work and all. Oh, is there a problem that I'm seeing messages dropping? Oh, can you hear me, Abby?
Yes, sir, I
Please.
can hear you clearly.
We can hear you. Maybe it's her network or his network.
I can hear you properly.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, I can hear you.
So now for Google Suite key tools. I mean, we have the likes of Gmail. I mean, not everybody knows Gmail. Okay, let me not just assume, but I won't believe that most of us use Gmail. For some of us that we do not really use Gmail, I mean, Gmail is that one emailing tool or emailing platform that you could easily use. I mean, to create an account with to get a Gmail is very easy. I mean, from having a Google account. I mean, even for you to even have like a Gmail, you will automatically already have like a Google account. Yes, like that's how it works automatically. And now when you have a Google account, you already have access to all of the Google Suite key tools. I mean, you have like a Google Drive already. Automatically, you have access to Google Docs, Google Sheets. I mean, Google Slides, Google Calendar, Google Meets, Google Forms, right? So most of the things that you see people really use, I mean, when you send you a form, most of the time they're usually created from Google Forms, right? Google Calendar to help you schedule, your meetings, help you, manage your time and all. Maybe for instance, you have a meeting in the next, maybe like in a month time. I mean, you can, set it up on Google calendar and set like a reminder, right? So there'll always be like a pop-up message if you want it weekly or you want it maybe a few days before the occasion of the event, as the case may be. So now, I'm just going to just go into each of these Google tools, right, and how we can use them, right? So guys to using Google tools. So like I mentioned, the first thing is even for you to even have an email, right? I mean, you just need to just okay, pardon me with the word compose an email. So sign up and log in. Let me just confirm. Does anybody here, like anybody on the call, that do not use Gmail? I mean, if you don't even have a Gmail account, okay. I mean, silence would mean that there's nobody. But if you know that you're on this coin, you don't even know how to go about that. I mean, you don't have a Gmail account. Just drop a message on the chat. I would like to. I have and I use it, and I use the Gmail account. Oh, great. Okay. So I'm going to skip it because I'm not going to waste too much time around that. This was just supposed to take us to how we can have like a Gmail account, right? So this is supposed to be like a step-by-step too. So I'll just go into using Google Sheets. Now let me go straight to my Gmail. So since we're using Google, I'll just go to my Google right now and everything will be done on that account. So pardon me, this is not for us. Let me see what you all are saying. Okay. Michael. Oh, okay. I need to actually share this particular screen. Excuse. Desktop and share. Okay, better. Now, let me check the chat if there's any response. Okay, great. I don't know why you can't hear me, Suzy. I mean, I want to believe everyone can hear me, so just try to check your network or something. So now this is my Google Workspace. I mean, so now for it, I think we're talking about Google Sheets. Let me confirm that. Yeah, Google Sheets, right? So Google Sheet is one tool that you could use aside using the normal spreadsheet. So you can always just go straight to it. I'm getting a feedback. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, I think this is better. Please just confirm. Is there any feedback from you guys? And I was getting a feedback.
No feedback, sir. It's okay now.
Okay. This is better now. Now, so you see this, you can literally use any of this, right, for anything. I mean, this is something that most of us might know how to use these things. But for those of us that don't really know how to use this, right, too, we're going to just start with Google Sheet. So the sweet thing about of their tools there, you can collaborate with anyone as long as you collaborate with someone that has a Gmail account. It's not necessarily, not even necessary, as long as you have an email account. I mean, yeah, it does not really have to be Gmail. Let me confirm that. I mean, most of the time, people that I just work with, that I collaborate with, it's usually, let me start from scratch. It's usually a Gmail account. Yeah, you can actually, I just remember now, you can actually. Well, anyway, so on the Google Sheet, you have templates. So why I'm starting off with this, right? For some of us that own businesses, we own businesses. Some of us that are even working in the corporate space, and probably we don't even have like an already template. We don't have like a template around whatever thing that we need to design. Design or develop. I mean, that has to do with numbers, has to do with sheets, right? You have like a number of templates that you can use, right? These are templates, right? Templates for like to-do list, annual budget, monthly budget with graph, and I mean these ones they might not really be the standard of sorry. It might not really be maybe the company standard. I mean, my company maybe like maybe the command that if you work with a company, right, and they have their own template, they have how they go about it. But I mean, for those of us that okay, what's the essence of creating spreadsheet in business? Wow, hey, so many reasons. Okay, let me just speak around that. So the reason why you need, especially for business owners, I mean, you will need to take records. You need to take record of your spendings. I mean, record of your budget. What's it called again in business now? Maybe you want to like outline your products, right, and each cost. Like I mean, the prices, for instance, right? I mean, you use sheets. I mean, every day. I mean, business owners, I mean, something that you use every single time. I mean, to take records, even aside having to write, manually on your book. Oh, my screen is blurry. Oh, wow. This is one issue I had too. One issue I had with the other class. Um, is it blurry for? Is there anybody here that is seeing this, in a clearer way? I mean, if it's clearer for you, let me know. It's actually the network. I believe over time it will get better. Wow. Magdalene said yes, very blurry. Okay. Well,
It's
anyway,
getting,
sorry.
I think it's
Anybody?
getting better. Unlike
Yeah, it
Okay.
just got better now. It's clearer.
Sorry, please just give me a few seconds. Let me see. I want to quickly do something to see how it can be better. Uh, sorry, I lost network with my laptop. I'm trying to reconnect back. The network has not really been fair for me on it. Okay. I mean, the other class I left, we also had a little bit of network issue. But I just hope that this should get better. Hold on, please. Let me just try to see if I can reconnect. Oh, perfect. I think I'm back on the call. Share screen. Stop sharing. Okay. So I was talking about the use of the Google Sheet, right? And the advantage you have the Google Sheet over Excel, right? That's the regular Microsoft Excel, right? So they are both of good use, I mean, but for Google Sheets, you can collaborate with someone. I mean, you can work online with someone. Sorry. There was the feedback. I'm sure the feedback should have stopped now. So you can collaborate with another user. I mean, if you're working with as a team, right? I mean, not just even for Google Sheet, for almost every other. I mean, Google Form, Google Document. I mean, you can work with a different person, right, on the sheet. So maybe if it's looking like a whole lot, and you need someone to join you on the document, right? So you get to see what they're working on. I mean, real time. So that is also one advantage of using Google Doc, and like I mean using the tools under Google, right? And now also to just add to that question that someone had asked, right? So there are a lot of reasons why you would want to use Google Sheets. I mean use like Sheets per se, right? For business owners. I mean instead of using the traditional book where you write out your items, list out your items, the prices, maybe customers, or maybe how much you got them, cost price and selling price, stuff like that. I mean, I'm not a business person, right? But like I mean, stuff around that. What you usually write? Oh, what's going on? Please, can you hear me? I keep hearing from things that someone can hear me.
We can hear you, sir. We can hear. If you cannot hear him, just leave and rejoin the meeting. It will
I
be from your
can
network. If you can't hear him, just leave and rejoin.
network. I can hear you.
Okay, all right, thank you. Please, Susie, just leave the call and rejoin. And again, it could be that when you join, notice the Zoom call, you need to click on what's that called? That you'll see the mic icon. So it could be showing it shows the sign when you're not connected, like when you're not connected to the sound. So you need to click on something. Like there's usually a pop-up message that when you click on it, you can now hear sounds and you can also speak yourself. So it could be that your mic is not even connected to the call. So that is also another thing again. Short. I'm explaining to her, she can't even hear me. All right. I just hope that she finds a way around it. But somebody can just help her, I'll just direct her on what she can do. Okay. So I have like less than 1 hour 30 minutes now. So you can, as I was saying, you can, outside doing what you do traditionally, right? I mean, the way a lot of people do it. I mean, it's also good to have is it ledger book? I mean, have those, hard copy books, right? But then again, a safer way, anything could happen to those books. I mean, you could lose them. I'm sorry, you could lose them, and you could just have like something you can work on online. I mean, at any point, you can just, and pull it out from your phone. I mean, what I'm working on right now, I think that you can even do on your phone, not even necessarily on the system, right? So um, that is just one very good advantage of using the Google Doc, using the Google Sheet as well. Okay, so thank you, Ijoma Precious. Thank you. That's very good. So I hope that she gets that message. So now, as I was saying, there are a lot of templates that you could use. I mean, for business owners, for those that are even working in companies. I mean, as you can see travel plans, you can see schedule, you can even see the regular to-do list, right? Annual budget, monthly budget, Google Finance, and these templates. Why I love these templates, right? They are very, very functional. I mean, by functional, I mean, for instance, let's try monthly budget. So, and again, some of them might be a little bit technical. I mean, monthly budget does not really need to look like this. The monthly budget can just be the regular, open a spreadsheet, right, and just type what you want. right? But this one is, they've sort of like set it in a way whereby, okay, why is this hanging? This is looking very slow. So this can be a little bit tricky, but if you look at it closely, you could understand what this is. But for some of us, we don't even need to even do anything too serious like this. I mean, so but the main idea around this is that you can get templates and let me leave this. Let me look at one that I'll usually go to easily. Sorry, dismiss. Let me hide this so it doesn't stop what we are doing. Okay. I think this is better now. Now you can see other templates, right? Other templates that you could use. So these are a lot of templates, even down to invoice. You can generate invoice. I mean, for some of us that don't even like we have businesses and we don't even have we don't have a sample of invoice that we could use. I mean, this is one. This is for the Google Sheet type now because of it helps you calculate, right? But there is the one that you can easily just get from Google Doc, right? You just input the figures. You have like a template, like a good design, for the invoice. Now, this is one. You can just easily just change everything you want here. For instance, like because I'm coming from, there was a lady that who owned a business called Team underscore B underscore B. What was that? Was it pastries? Team underscore B pastries, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. So you have all of this. Well, most times I would always recommend that we use this. I mean, if you really know how to navigate your way around, it's perfect. I mean, it has a formula already. I mean, look at you can see the formulas already as shown here. Why does this keep showing up? As shown here, this is like a formula, right? So it just helps you. So whatever you just create, if you just want to just increase the items, control, insert row below, and you add in whatever items there, right? It will just help you, it will just accumulate and give you like the total figure, right? So there's like a formula to it every single time, right? This is like subtotal adjustment. Let me not just go deeply into that. I mean, so these are tools that you could easily use. Now, just away from this, I don't know if most of us are really familiar with this already. Sorry, but if it's blurry from your end, I'm so sorry about it. The recordings would have like a better view of this. So once we're done, Shefa will send the recordings to the class or to you all. I don't know how she will do that. So
sorry, actually, I have what to say concerning the recordings. I downloaded some videos on YouTube and the recordings were bad. I don't know the quality. I can't see the pictures clearly. So I don't know
really?
if just and yes, but I've tried it. I downloaded it in 360, then I downloaded it in 720, and at times you can edit the quality, so it's not really visible.
Okay. Yeah, I think you pointed that out. I don't know, Shefa, you might just want to just check the recordings. I don't know, once when you upload on YouTube and or just look at the recordings and if there's something like we can do about that. This I just let me see this. Let me see the way it looks on my screen. Okay. Please, can anybody just confirm if theirs is no? So if you know that it's actually very clear on from your own end, just let me know. Just type that it's actually clear from your end.
Okay, it's very clear from my end. Like see everything clearly. So I'm using phone and I related it to portrait, landscape. Very
Okay, so I can't hear you very well. I mean, so that just shows that your network is not so good. So if it's blurry from your end, that means that your network is actually not good. I mean, from my own phone, because I'm connected to two devices, My phone is actually very clear. I mean, it looks very clear
Actually,
from my own phone.
okay. I was only talking about this is very clear.
Okay.
It is clear. Let us just
Sir, it's clear, but it's not stable. Sometimes it goes blurry, then sometimes it gets clearer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that can happen too. It's actually just network. So please just bear with this for now. I mean, I always just like to assume that the recording will be clear because the recording is actually from my own, like I'm the one recording, so it's gonna record my screen, and I mean my screen is very clear. So I just assume that you should have a clearer screen when you watch the recordings. Okay. So let me just go back to the class. Yeah, thank you everyone for that feedback. Yeah, I got it. It's clear but not stable. All right. So back to this. I was going to just go back to the other templates. Now, for Google Slides, for Google Sheet, there are a lot of things that we can do. Let me open one. For instance, let me see. Let me pick a sample that we can quickly use. We have project tracking, attendance. These are templates, but from scratch. Now, there are a lot of formulas. In fact, I mean, when it comes to Excel generally, I mean spreadsheets, there are a lot of things that you can do, literally a lot of things, but it's not something you can really just learn, at once, right? And when I mean that a lot of things, aside from the fact that you can make Excel look in a very, very appealing way, you don't even look as if it's even an Excel sheet. Like, I mean, those templates I showed you, they are all Excel, but they don't really look it because they've been designed in a way whereby it doesn't just show the rows and columns, right? They've all become invisible. I mean, so but the very key thing about Excel is that you can actually, calculate stuff. I mean, calculate numbers easily by having to do, the manual calculation. I mean, Excel works like a calculator as well. So, they have that series of formulas. For instance, I mean, if I'm having to work on something like, let's take, let me name email. Okay, let's do it in the sense of business. I mean, business. Item, number. Is it number what again? What's it called again? Sorry, a second. What's units? Yeah, units. Units. Amounts. Right. Let's say I think that's a financial, right? And we have as a tea, for instance, tea, sugar, cookies. For instance, like let's assume this is like the things you sell, and we have like let's say 4, 10 for some of us that like sugar, and those that like cookies, 20. All right, we have like yeah, then we have total. Is it total? No, this will be unit cost. Yeah, unit cost, unit slash cost, and amount. For instance, I'm not a business person by the way, so in case maybe I'm not doing it the right way, pardon me. It's just I mean the little I just know. Uh, so for instance, maybe like each day could cost like I mean for we that were in Nigeria like 100 naira, and let's say sugar could be like 50. I mean, and cookies can be quite expensive. Let's say 500. I mean, like the cheapest, right? Now, this is literally four times 100 giving you this amount, right? So it's just easy having a formula like equals to, you click on this and this. Sorry, no. It only gave me what I wanted. That's why I did that. So we all know that the asterisk sign means multiplication, right? So, oh my, what just happened? Okay, what's going on? Okay. All right, so we're back on it. So, so you want to just add this together. I mean, this is going to be multiplication. So equals to, what's going on? Now equals to this times this. So you see this, right? What just happened? No, okay. Why is it not showing? The problem equals to this. So I need to refresh this document. It's still loading. That's the reason why. It's still loading. Sorry about this network issue. It's reflecting now. 400. So now, when we have something like this, you don't have to do this for each and every one of them, one after the other. I mean, from this, since you already had the formula for this, so let me just confirm if you guys can hear me. Screen very blurry. So sorry about the screen being blurry, please. Let's just try to manage that, right? But you all can hear me clearly. Just drop on the chat that you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, great. So instead of you doing this manually, one after the, okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that'll be all for now. So instead of doing this manually for each of the items, like you can just drag this. I mean, you can see my cursor, drag this down. It goes for each of them. You see the prices will change. Okay, the system is pretty slow. I don't know why this is happening. So as you can see, you have 510,000 here, right? So I don't even literally have to now, type out the same formula, over here. Nah, you don't need to do that. So this is just for this, basically. Yeah. So you can go online and just check for a lot of, learn on how you can, utilize different formulas on Google Excel, right? There are a lot of things you can do. Sometimes you can even have, for instance, you can have, for those that have multiple names and you want to separate first name from last name, there are a lot of things you could do. For instance, let's say tea and sugar together. Tea and sugar together. Sugar and milk are together. Cookies and rice, for instance. That doesn't rhyme. Or let's assume you want to separate these columns, right? You want to separate this. I mean, so, and this works especially when you're trying to separate first name from last name, right? So you create a column at the right because this is where the second item would show, right? Then you can just, highlight this and click on, sorry, you highlight this and you click on tools, sorry, tool of data, yeah, data, and you click on split text to columns. And you look at this, and once you click on this, you see space. When you click on space, you have it all splitted. I mean, the whole point is that there are a lot of things that you can do. Like, in fact, 1,001, what is even 1,000? I mean, 1,001 things you can do on Excel. There are still a lot of things that I'm even still learning on how to do. I mean, like the very, very advanced things you could do with crazy formulas. I mean, formulas that are very, very tricky, right? But then again, one thing I would always do is that I usually leverage Google, right? When I mean leverage Google, I mean questions. You can always ask Google, okay, I'm trying to do this I'm trying to, how do I, merge name and like, for instance, merge name and surname, in Google Sheets, right? So these are things that I can easily just ask for. There's a formula here. You might just want to just copy this sometimes, although it doesn't work all the time. You just have to just be very careful about it. Copy this and paste on an empty sheet that you want to actually merge, like the way we've had it before. So you just create another column and you drop the formula here, right? Control V. Now this formula is wrong because if it's correct, it won't just come out in this format. So there's something we need to correct, which is let me just delete this. Concatenate. Okay, yeah, so this is it. And you have you put your cursor here, A, then comma, then this, space, this, comma, and D2. Then you close the bracket, and you have this. Once you click on enter this, it goes for every other thing. And you can see this all together, cookies and rice all together. I mean, Excel is just a very great tool that you could use to do a lot of things. I mean, calculation, if you want to divide, I mean, like for instance, if you want to get the total of all of this, right? It's just to come over here and put equals to sum. Enter. You have this in bold, right? You can have your heading with above, let's say you merge it and you're like two ideas for attendance. Please, Adiola, I think Adiola, what's Schaefer? It would be good if you can attend to the students. I mean, to people on the call. So, it's just whatever name you want to put. Let's, for instance, let's expenditure for the month. Sorry. This doesn't really speak to what I'm doing, but just an example. For August, right? You have this centered aligned and in bold. I mean, you can change the background to, let's say, gray, just to have something like this, and you are light them up. I mean, simple as this. So you can just put this as highlight and total. Control B to just make it, and you can just put the center alignment so that it just shows, and you have your total show up here. Now you can also just put this to fit into the side of this. This is not really necessary, sharp. Once you do this, okay, it's not supposed to work. Why is it showing like this? Okay. That's strange. Control Z. So this is the items. Just give me something in bold. Item 1, item 1, item 2. This is just an example. I mean, this is not exactly what's supposed to be there. I'll just give you like an idea, right? Let me just know if you all are following, if you all are with me. I mean, this is just something very, very basic, right? Okay, Idowu Moses, thank you. All right, I mean, most of us here are like professionals. I'm very sure. I mean, from what I've seen on the call, like someone already pro already on stuff like this. So let me just move away from Excel, right? So it's just really good that you have like this kind of understanding. I mean, there are a lot of things you can do. You can always even, go on YouTube to, to ask about how you can do, basic things on Excel. But my point is, having to do the traditional way of, having like a book and writing stuff down, you can just use this and it's saved on your drive. Like if you lose your phone, you can always go back to, to this. I mean, but I mean with books, anything could happen. You could lose your book, you could burn. But I mean, it's just your choice, right? But I mean, we're already in the tech world, and I mean, I think everything should now go digital, other than the hard copy things that we do. So now that's for spreadsheet. I mean, if there's any question, if there's anything that you guys maybe you want to just know, you want to just learn before I move away from Excel, you can just drop a message, you can just ask a question quickly. I want to move away from Excel sheet, from Google Sheets. Is there any question from anyone? Maybe there's something that you have been trying to do on Google Sheet that you want to know. I mean, could be anything. Oh my God, see, you lost completely. Oh my goodness. Hey, so sorry, Barry Paul. I'm really sorry about this. Let me look at my screen. Let me see how it is from my screen. It's actually clear on my screen. Like, I'm so sorry. It's actually your network. It looks pretty clear on my screen. Yeah, can we access Google Workspace or Suite? Yes, definitely. You can. I wish I could just share my screen with you. So as long as you have how do I save from my Google Sheet to Google Drive? So this is the funny thing. Once you are working online, right? So for instance, let me name this to team underscore was it Bree? Anyway, team underscore Bree store, for instance. Yeah, let's leave it like this. Once this is saved, can you see this now I'm seeing here in my drive? It's already in your drive automatically. So remember, like I said, as long as you have a Gmail account, you already have a drive. Like, and that was when I started. First of all, let me go back to this. This is my Chrome. I mean, this is my Chrome, right? Okay, why is this taking time to load? But something comes up, something should around here. Once you click on this, you will see everything that has to do with your. Okay, great, it's open already. So this is my Chrome right now on my system. When I click on this, I have every single thing. I mean, my Gmail, Google Meet. If you have to start a meeting yourself, I'm going to talk about this later on, Cha. The only thing I'm not going to talk about is Gmail, because I believe everybody knows how to go about Gmail. Sorry for my assumption, but I mean, if there's anybody with that issue, you can just let me know. Google Calendar. Now this is the drive. Once I click on Drive now, this is my drive. You will see the Excel sheet I just worked on. Now, great. Are you seeing this? This is just what I worked on now. Team Bristol. It's already on my drive. It's already on my drive already. These are things that I've worked on previously. I mean, around Excel. These are the things that I've opened so far. You can see you modified at that so and so time, right? You can see things like that. So it's already on your drive, so you can just easily extract it, right? If you want to send it to someone, it's as simple as just clicking on this and downloading it. You can just download it. It's taking time. Okay, you can see download over here. You just download it to yours. In this case, I'm using my system, so it downloads to my file, like I mean my system drive. Or if you're using on your phone, you could just download it to your file. So as long as you know the name, you can easily just search for it over there and send it to whoever you want to send it to, right? So that is it. For the phone too, if you want to access Google Sheet on your phone, just go to Play Store. Go to Play Store on your phone and search for Google Sheet, Google Doc. I mean, you'll find all of these things there. You'll find them, so you can easily get all of these things on your phone. Like, I mean, work on them on your phone if you don't have a system, right? But just that it can be a little bit what's the word now? Not taxing per se. I mean, having to navigate, the different features. I mean, the different tools or the different sorry, hold on. different tools and all. I mean, navigating the tax bar can be a whole lot. I mean, for some of us that are very, very good, I mean, our dexterity rates when it comes to using the phone is top notch. I mean, some of us, I mean, we can be able to navigate that easily, but for some of us that are not really good with that, I mean, you just have to have a system and just work on your system. So the best bet is just to have it on your phone for view only. I mean, just for the sake of viewing it. But if it's to work on it, I mean, you just have to use your laptop. Pardon me, I'm not saying you cannot work on it on your phone. You can, but it could just be a whole lot. You might just easily make a mistake because of the side of your screen. But if you have a tab, right? If you have a tab, perfect. I mean, tab can work with it too. But for a phone with a small screen, it can be a whole lot, right? Moving around that. So I don't know if I've answered your question. Who asked that question again, Tel? Yeah, Godwin. Okay. So Engineer May, you've asked that how do I save from my Google Sheet to Google? Okay, yes, I've already answered that already. So as long as you're working online, right? If you're working on a Google Sheet and Google Sheet is your account, mind you, you can see my account shown here. You can see this. This is my account, right? As long as you're working on this and it's showing this, right? Meaning whatever you're working on is already saved on your drive. I mean, and you will see it from here too, right? Once you immediately you rename, it shows that it's in the drive, right? So, but then again, if you're just maybe a bit worried on your phone, when you're working on your phone, there's a power you will see save to drive on your phone. That's if you're using your phone, you will see it there where it shows save to drive. Okay, but you wouldn't see this on your laptop. So I think that's that. If you want to share the link for others to access, it's Google Sheet same as Google Form. No, Google Sheet different from Google Form. Google Form is a different thing entirely. I'm going to go into Google Form shortly. So for Google, a good question, Steven. I don't know if that's a question, but if you want to share the link, like you want somebody to have access to this, right, other than having to download and share, maybe you want to collaborate with someone to, work on this alongside you. Great. I really like that you asked that question. So this is the share icon here, or the share button, whatever it is, right? Now, there are different ways you could do this. Okay, so you can see this, you can see people with access, and you can see this stuff around their owner. Like I'm the owner of the sheet on my drive, right? So now if you want access, you want to grant anyone access. Somebody's always fond of copying this link like that, copying this link and pasting it to whoever they want to send it to. But mind you, when you paste it, they might not be able to have access to it because you've left the access unrestricted. As you can see the lock sign. So you need to first of all unrestrict it. So anyone with the link. Now, anyone with the link, if you copy this, mine is showing viewer. So anybody that you send this link to and clicks on the link will be able to view the document, but will not be able to edit. Of course, which that can work. So you can just share the link with anyone and they can just view what you're doing, but they won't be able to edit it. But if you want to collaborate with someone and you want the person to actually work on the document, I mean to edit what you're doing, right? You would have to now go over here, click on viewer and change to editor. Now, once I change this into editor and I copy this link, if I paste it on our chat now, let me do that. No, I don't know. This is I was very, very careful. I don't even truly if anybody can have access to my system. But anyway, but once I send this to someone, right? For instance, let me try and place it on a different account. Okay. Yeah. This is me using one of Google tool to send emails to a couple of people at the same time. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. I wish I can really go over a lot of these things. This is using AutoCAD. AutoCAD is a very great tool, right? That you can use to send emails, send what you call certificates, right? But let me just go over to this. I'm not really going too deep into AutoCAD. Or I don't go into AutoCAD, I mean. Okay, I see your hand up. James, over to you, please. So, but once I drop the link here, this is the link I just copied, right? And I enter, it will take me to that sheet. You can see it, Timbri. So any changes I make on this is going to reflect on the other sheet. That's the main owner of the sheet. Mind you, this is a different account now. Let's assume this is somebody else entirely, not me, right? So whatever this person is doing on this sheet, right? If I change this to the way person make mistakes and type like errors. Okay, this is like an error right now, right? It will definitely show on the other account. Can you see this? It has not reflected yet. I wonder why it has not reflected, but you can see this. This is showing that there's another person on the sheet. This stuff show that there's also somebody else on the sheet with you, and the person on this sheet is working on total. That is why you're seeing the color pink, right? Meaning that the person that is working on this sheet is actually on this particular row, right? But then again, I typed something, it should have reflected already. Let me go back to it. This should actually reflect. This stuff I typed should reflect. And meanwhile, the other person can see my face over here that I'm also on the sheet. If I leave the sheet, right, you won't get to know. Like you won't see this over there anymore. Let me go back. This should actually reflect. I don't know why it's not reflecting. I guess it's network. Okay, it's reflecting now. Yeah. This is my sheet now. So the person that I sent it to is still on the sheet, and this is the person's cursor. And you can see it's written there, anonymous Coca. These are just generated names, right? This is not the name of the person, right? So that is it. So that is how you do that. So, but now if you want to, let's say you want just only the person to just make comments. I mean, if you change this link, right, and you click on done, the person can only make comments but won't be able to edit anymore, right? I mean, let me try that. Okay, I think yeah, for this person, he can still edit. But if you copy that link um commentator or something like that, right? So and you share with any other person, that's the only thing they'll be able to do. You can only just highlight and make comments. Or if you change it to view only, sorry, just hold on, let me try that quickly. I think I've spent so much time already on Excel sheet. Let me just move away from Excel sheet after this. Commenter, okay. Row, viewer. So by viewer, once you click on viewer, so people will not be able to edit. It just only view the sheet. Like I mean, it still was on the sheet, right? Yeah. I knew there was something about that. So you can see that my access has been expired. Reload this document to gain access. If you still don't have access, contact the document owner. So because I've made that changes, right? I will now have to reload so that whatever changes I've made, whatever instruction I've given the account is going to reflect on the other person's end. So now that I've made the viewer, you can see that this part here is showing view only. I can't edit on it anymore. I mean, the other person, which is this account, cannot edit anymore. I mean, you can't edit that. This is me typing, just so you know, I'm typing a couple of things, but I can't type. Okay, this is true. You can see view only as shown here. See, this is me touching it, but this is me. I'm typing, these cursors are moving around. I'm actually typing, but I can't do anything. because it's only view only. So that is just it for now. All right, I think we can move away from this. We can move away from this and go to exactly. I'm so sorry if you can't really see clearly. Honestly speaking, I really wish I had the power right now to make this, clearer for you. I mean, maybe at this point, I could just Shazam ability to make screen clearer. Okay, don't mind me. This is me watching too much movies. All right, so I'm going to move to the next tool that we can also, use. But before I move, please just to be sure that we are all good. I mean, like I said, there are actually a lot of things that we could really do on this, but because of time and all, just manage this. I'd like to get feedback. Like, I mean, was I very clear? I mean, just let me know if what I've said so far has been very clear enough. Aside the screen now not looking clear, I mean, what I've been saying so far. I'd like to just know if we're all together. I'm only seeing one person. No, hey, that means the rest of us, we are not.
We are together, sir. We are together.
Okay. All right. For some of us that this is new to, I'm very sure so it look really good. Why some of us that we already know these things? Well, it's still all good too. So like I said, this is just basic. I mean, like I said, there are actually a lot more you could do, right? So let me just quickly go to, I mean, based on my slide, what should be the next thing? Yeah, Google Meet. I mean, Google Meet. So if you have for some of us that would want to, create, a meeting link, maybe like you want to speak to someone and you don't want to do this over a call, like over regular WhatsApp call or voice call. I mean, maybe like an official, meeting, right? Instead of using, you don't need to, download Zoom. You don't need to have like Zoom or Microsoft Teams, right? To, set up a meeting. As long as you have a Google account, right? You can also just set up your own meeting link, right, and share. And how do we go about this? I'll put you through that right now. I mean, this is just for you to just be, a little bit more professional, especially that, own businesses, right? That it just seems that you are, I mean, you are well informed, with, technology tools and all. So, okay, going back to my account. So this is, I'm going to just go back to that home page. This is the Google Apps. Now, you see Google Meet. I mean, everybody has this. In case you're wondering, everybody has this. As long as you have, I mean, an account with Google, as long as you have this, you have this account with Google, which is created from your Gmail, right? As long as you have a Gmail account, you have access to this. So you just need to just have your Chrome on your system. Once you have Chrome on your system, just log into your account and you have access to this directly. Right? Same thing with your phone too. So now this is Google Meet. So just click on Google Meet and I cannot. Oh my! I just remembered. I can actually open one on this system. So this system does not allow me. Does not allow me to use Google Meet. Oh, but it's not difficult at all. I wish. Honestly speaking, it's not difficult. It's just, I was going to say that this is one of the simplest things to just use. It's just as simple as clicking on this. It takes you to Google Meet and just click on Get Link, Create Link. Something as simple as that. Create link and share link. Once you create a link, share the link with whoever you want to share the link to. And when you want to start the class, ensure that you are the one clicking on the link with that actual account, with the account you want to use. Click on the link so that you can start the meeting. I mean, not class. I'm used to saying class because of what I do all the time. So you can start the meeting, right? As simple as that. I really wish I could show you that. I think let me just show you the slide, the way it shows on my slide. So start the meeting, invite participants, share your screen. Okay, this is not really as detailed as I wanted it to be. So I was just going to show you the practical way of going about this, right? So you can also share screen. I mean, and all like that. And there are also other in meeting tools that you could use, like raising up your hand, pointing at something, like just like how we have it on Zoom right now, right? So just that Google Meet is a little bit more limiting, I think. I mean, Zoom is like is a better conference call, conference tool than Google Meet. Okay, so now Google Form, right? So for Google Form, so this is also quite easy. I mean, just a little bit of thing I just need to know about around it. So same thing, just go to where we have forms. And like I mentioned to you, apps like Forms, Google Doc, Google Sheet, Google Slides. I mean, you can, have other persons join that same, document or that same slide or that same function, whoever the person collaborating with you, can also, work on it together. So I'm going to click on Forms. Oh, sorry. So back to form. As you can see, there are a lot of forms, right? Okay, this is everybody having access to the forms I've created in the past. Okay, so there are templates, right? You can either create one from scratch or you can just leverage anyone that Google has actually provided, right? So these are templates that you could easily use. Now this is personal, like I mean, contact information. Maybe you are trying to get contact information about someone. Maybe if you have like an event, or maybe like you're doing something that you just want them to provide you their contact details, right? Instead of them writing it down, right? I mean when you go to an event, you see some links, right? I mean maybe customized links. You just click on it and it takes you to a form, right? So this is how it's usually being generated. I mean how it's being created. So this one is find the time, RSVP form, party invite form, do you understand? Event registration form. This is like a sample for event registration, t-shirt sign up form. I mean, you could use any template, just rename it. I mean, once if you click on any template, you can re-edit it, ask the kind of question that you want, but the kind of question that you want on the form. So let's just pick on let me see one that everybody can easily just relate to. Hmm. Look for one that maybe is around business or so. I don't know. I just like. I'm not speaking to business people, but I don't know. I always like to talk around business. Okay, so let's do contact information. And they are simple as that. I mean, you can use any of them. You can also just create them from scratch by clicking on blank form. But most times I don't like to click on blank form. I just want a template, then I edit the template to suit into what I want. So this is a form. Okay, I'm seeing a question. Or the email address from Google Form responses. Yes, sure. Definitely. Is there a way to get all the email addresses from Google Form responses at once? Yes, now. So once you work on a form, right? I mean, once you create a form and you send it out to people, right? You tell them to input the email address. You might not even tell them to put in the email address. You can, but for some that are not using Google Form. Now, for those that are using Google email, I mean Gmail, right? You can always tell the form to to pick, so where is it? Settings. Can you see this? So collect email address. I don't know if you see this. Collect email address. You click on verified. But there's something about this share. Anyways, if you do this, it will be that it's only it will be that you can only fill the form once, right? But anyways, if you just click on this verified and send other response editing. Okay, yeah, this works too. Limit response to be required to sign into Google. So people like this now, they will need to have like a Google account for them to sign into the form. I mean, if they're not logged in, if they click on the link and the link is not connected to a Google account, they will not be able to fill the form. So it will not request from them to log in for them to fill the form. So that's that. And so that can delay, that can I mean people centric in this case now. So basically can be very, very wary of it. I'm like, okay, and they won't just fill the form. Once they have to go through extra process filling the form. I mean, actually, if it's a very long form, they won't just go ahead with it. So you can, even aside this, you cannot just put a question that asking for their email address, right? So they'll fill in their email address, right? As simple as that. So these are questions. Let me name this to team. Timbri events, for instance. Yeah. And contact information, right? And put a description here that says, kindly fill the form, kindly provide your correct information. Correct. It's contact information. For instance, and I mean, it could be anything. I mean, you just want to just give them a prompt on, maybe it could be about, you might just want to talk about the event. I mean, like in the case of registration form links, I mean, where you change this to registration form, you can have like a very long information about the program, about the event. Like it could be all through down. Like, I mean, there was a template I was going to show you guys. I mean, it could be anything very long down that just gives the person filling the form an idea of what the form is about, right? So they get to fill their names. So this is the back end now, right? So this is the question already, your name. This is where the answers would be, right? Their email address, they'll type in their email address, address, phone numbers. Now for gender, I see there's no gender here. Gender can come in just after email address. So you just, you click on add question. This is the question. Then you can put gender, and male. You can see suggestions already. Add all. Female, that's adding female and prefer not to stay or order. If you add all, it gives you these options. Male, female, prefer not to say, right? Or order. But there's also a drop-down list. For instance, let me create another one again. For instance, let's say we're trying to ask question around organization. Maybe, for instance, you're sending these forms to 5 organizations, right, to attend the event. You can put a drop down instead of answering the question directly. I mean, you'll see some questions on Google Form that once you click on it, it will give you a drop down, of options. I mean, options that you could just click on. So how you do that is just by clicking on this, and you see drop down. You can either pick multiple choices, check box, or drop down. So if you click on multiple choices, you can click on, for instance, EY, KCR. I'm just picking any audition, Zenith Bank, whatever it is, right? So you can change this. So they would see this. I mean, once they click on the form, you'll see these options. You can also make it a drop down that they won't see the option until they click on it, that they want to answer the question. For instance, when is the drop down, it becomes like this. Let me give you an idea. This is the preview. I'm going to click on the preview. Preview give you an idea of how the form looks. So this is a preview of the form I'm going to share. So this is the preview. So once you send this form to anybody, this is how it's going to show. Now, because of that setting I put already for you to, gather email address, that is why you have this first question here. Email, record email. Once you click on this, the person receiving this, the responses would have this show on their response, like for each response that they receive. So now, name, Michael. So in this case, this has to be full name. You don't just want to just put name alone. So if you're putting first name or second name, you would have to go and edit the form back to, now for instance, first name, and then duplicate, then you put last name. Now, if I go back to my preview, this is my preview, and I refresh, that changes I've made, would reflect. Now, can you see it? It has reflected now. First name and last name. Now, first name Michael, last name Marakinyo, and email address Marakinyo, blah 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 blah. Just gender, male. Oh, okay, yeah, it has to be a correct email address. I remember. So you need to enter a valid email address actually. Michael101.mt@gmail.com. Yeah. So mail organization. Now you see what I told you about the organization. Now is a drop down, so you can't see the option, so you'd have to click on it and you see the drop down. So I can just click on AY. Maybe I'm from AY, right? Address, I don't put in any address. Phone number, I think phone number has to be correct too. Oh, okay. Now, mind you, if you notice, you will see some of the questions are asterisk, right? Showing the asterisk sign. So asterisk shows that they are compulsory questions. You can't skip, like you can't answer this, you can't submit this if you don't answer any of the questions that are showing these red signs, this asterisk sign, right? So this one does not have the asterisk sign. This does not have the asterisk sign, but I will go back to my form. I'll go back to the back end and make it compulsory. Now, how do you do that? Okay, you see required. This is what it is. This is required. That's why it's showing the asterisk. Email is also required. That's why it's showing the asterisk. For those that are not showing asterisk, then because it's not required. So you click on this and you make it a required question. A required answer, I mean. Same thing with this organization. Required. Phone number, required. Comment does not have to be required. Not necessarily. If you don't want to give a comment, fine. If you don't want to give a comment, that's fine. So you can leave that, not required. I mean, so it's dependent on who is filling the form. So if I go back to the form itself and I refresh, those changes are going to reflect. Time. Oh my God, I have very short time. I need to move away from this quickly. Now, you can see this organization AY. Now, they are all reflecting now. Organization AY, you can see the asterisk sign shown there, right? Phone number, the same thing. This is a wrong one. Comment. What's the name of this program? Is this the Power Up or YTP? So is this Power Up or YTP, please? In fact, let's for instance share
YTP.
Sorry? YTP,
YTP.
great. Looking forward to, since it's an event, looking forward to an amazing time. Whatever it is, right? Or great learning, whatever it is, comment. So phone number, address. I mean, the antenna that you feel, this is just how it's being done. You understand? So for you might want to put, like, in this case, since it's a registration form, we can change this green to have a picture or a design of the form of the event, right? I mean, so you can always do that by coming down here. Can even change the look of it. So once you come down, you go to customize. Oh, sorry. That is not, you go to customize theme, and header. You see the header. You change the header image. So this is green here because this green is what you're seeing over here. So you can change it to blue or purple. Okay, this is for this. For this one, where is it? Yeah, image upload. So you can upload anything. You can if you have the image already, you just have to just browse to your drive. Well, I don't have anything like that. You can search for pictures, but I don't really do this. So I can just pick a theme. I can pick let's say event party. What's wrong? Okay, there's actually an error. Normally something should be around here. I mean, let me cancel and let me try it again. Okay, take his network. What isn't doing me? No, it's not doing me good. I mean, but you can change this basically, right? Let me try it again one last time. Okay, it's not even going anymore. You can also change the question, the font size, and this is Roboto. You can change it. Just make it fit to whatever you want. But I mean, this is okay so far. Then cancel. Now, let me go back to what I've been answering myself. So I've clicked on record my Gmail account, and I've also put in a different email account, right? So I'll click on submit. Once I click on submit, can you see the responses I'm receiving? So I just submitted registration form. Thanks for submitting your contact info. Do you see that? So now when I go back to the form, I can get the response here. Now you can see that it's showing one responses, meaning somebody has filled this form, which is myself, right? So you click on the responses and you can see what I've filled so far. Who has responded? This is the email. This is the email that the form collected, not the email that I put. Do you understand? The email that I put is this. This is the email that I put. Do you understand? So this is the summary of the response, the form response, right? Now, if you want to go to the sheet, to get response from each person, you can just, click on link to sheets. Link to sheets. And once you click on this, you would have to create a new spreadsheet showing the name Timbri event responses. Let me show the registration responses. Registration. So team event registration. Registration. Now create. Let me also change the name of the form here to Team Ray Event Registration. Registration. Now, this is the sheet that is loading. This is the sheet. The sheet is still loading. Now, this is my response. Now, it shows the time that I filled this form. Now, the time I filled was 2:47. I mean, Nigerian time. 2:47, right? This is the email address that I collected, mind you. Now, this is what I filled. Michael, Moroccan, first name, last name. Now, the email address I actually put in myself. Gender, organization, AY, address, phone number, comment, looking forward to an amazing time. So that is this. So this is how you can, get the email address. So once everybody fills the form, you can either pick this one or you just pick the ones that the form, collects itself. Please let me know if this is clear so far. Moses, I mean, I don't know if I've been able to answer that part of the question. Okay, thank you very much. Great. I think I prefer this class. I mean, I prefer the way this is going. My previous class, I was teaching them Canva and network was really making it very difficult for me. In fact, I really hated the fact that network was giving me so much issues. But I mean, this is going smoothly. We're not really doing anything design. So that's the reason why. Design can really take time. I mean, Canva is like it's a larger tool. So Yes, yes. You get the attendance before the class end. Okay, my class is supposed to end in the next 10 minutes, but I think we'll just quickly extend to like the next 20 minutes. Let me just quickly go over a couple of other things, right? So this is that for creating a creating a form. Okay, so what's the other thing I'm supposed to? Or is there any question before I move away from this? Any question from anyone? I believe there's no question. So the next one is Google Doc. I mean, this is quite easy. Google Doc is basically, okay, if I understand it correctly, we have two options to get the email address. We get it directly from Google Form or link to Google Sheet. Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe if it's what I'm saying that you're saying. So, two things is that on the Google Form, you ask the Google Form to collect their emails, right? Right. You ask the Google Form to collect their emails. So let me just show you that. Let me show you that again, just quickly. So this is what I did. This is the form. This is the settings. You go to the settings, right? And you ask it to collect email address. Limit to one response. Now, this limit to one response. If let me take this out. So taking this out, meaning I can even like fill the form again. Like I can fill the form again, right? Because I've taken it out from limit to one response. But now this particular one, collect email address, is what has made it necessary for whoever that fills the form to put in that. No, don't let me put in. You don't have to put it. So as long as you're filling the form on a Google account, it's to collect the email address from that account, right? So on the question, I now have it there again, that email address, requesting for their email address. So that is how it's done. Okay. So that is how I have two different email addresses, the ones they fill themselves and the ones the form collect directly from the form, from the person responding. I mean, from the account that the form is being filled on. So that is it. So that is that. So for Google Doc, I think the next thing is Google Doc. Now, Google Doc is very easy. I mean, Google Doc is just like Microsoft Word, right? So the good thing about Google Doc is that you can also collaborate. So the same thing too. You can the same way we did Excel. Sure, if you follow the Excel, pardon me, if you follow the Google Sheet class, the Google Sheet session, right? It's just basically the same thing. The only thing that you're just typing word. You're not. It's not a sheet. It's not the one with rows and column, right? So for instance, this is an empty Word document. I mean Google document, right? So same thing we have here. You can share over here. You can share. You can collaborate and all. I'm not going to go so much into this, right? So this is like a normal Word document. You just put in where either you can do a lot of things. Also, there are also templates too to this too. Like I mean, if you are trying to take a minute from something, I mean there are different templates, see templates gallery, like, but most times people don't really use templates. I mean you can create anything. There are even templates for resume. Just imagine. You can even see templates of resume on it. So let's click on this self. This is actually a template. So you just like have to rework on this. This is a template for a resume. You see? Just have to just rework on this. As simple as that. Put in your name, your address over here. Okay, no, this is where the address is. Whatever it is, it will be like the room, maybe like your name. I'm a program manager. Sorry, program, program management, something like that. I mean, anything. Then you can share with somebody. I mean, the same way we did the Excel. If you follow that session with Excel, it's basically the same thing. All right, so that is that basically. Yeah, you definitely get the recorded version. This class is being recorded. Abi? Let me confirm. Yeah, it's recording is currently ongoing. All right, sorry about that. I had to just attend to something. All right, so that is that for Google Doc. I'm not going to just talk so much around that. I mean, it's very, very simple to just navigate. All right, as long as you know how you can get into that space. So the next one is let me can't say anything that's a bit technical quickly. So yeah, using Google Calendar too. Time. Okay. Using Google Drive. I think I already showed this. I already showed you all this, right? Using Google Drive guide, access to Google Drive, upload files, create folders, share files. I mean, manage permission. Let me quickly go over that too. Yeah, it is. It is a continuous process. I mean, so this is the Google Drive. I mean, you have access to everything on your Google Drive. Every single thing you work on Google, you have them on your Google Drive. Every single thing, your Google Sheets, your Google Form, every single thing, right? I mean, when I'm talking about things around finance, things around this, not your Google Meet. Google Meet is a different tool entirely. Those ones are communication tools. Gmail, those are communication tools, chat communication tools. But I mean, you know, works around documents, sheets, slides. I mean, you can have them on Google. I'm supposed to talk about slides, but I'm so sorry, I won't be able to talk about slides. Slides is going to take a whole lot of time, right? It's going to take a whole lot of time. So this is every single thing. This is my own. This is my drive, actually, my drive. Okay, all right. So I've been told to round up the class. Yeah, you're welcome. I see your question. Are you saying Google Sheet works perfectly? Yeah, of course, Google Sheet works perfectly like Excel. In short, I mean, it's better. I mean, I use Google Sheet a lot. So that's what I just leverage on most times. So this is your drive. I mean, so now your drive, you can upload anything on your drive. I mean, if you have a document that's been sent to you and you want to upload it on your drive so that you can have it permanently. So the good thing about the Google Drive is that once it's on your drive, it's for life, except you go and delete the account itself. Right. So Google Slide, I'm sorry, your Google Drive, allows you, to have things stored. It's just like, the normal cloud with Apple, right? So for Google Drive, you have everything saved online, right? So at any time, anywhere, you can only generate, the documents or generate the slide, generate whatever content that you need. As long as it's saved on the drive, as long as you're connected to to the internet, you can have access to your document easily. Can we use AutoCAD? So it's called AutoCAD for email marketing. Or does Google Suite has any email marketing hosts for users? Not really. So for AutoCAD is just basically to send out. It's not email marketing per se. It's not for email marketing. I mean, it's probably if you want to send out a couple of information to people, right? Maybe like not just sending out the email itself, but yes, AutoCAD. Let me type it. Let me quickly show you AutoCAD. I'm not going to go over that, but let me just show you how you would find it. So AutoCAD, if you go to extension, I don't know if you can see my screen. Looking at extension, you would see, okay, it's not add-on here, but you need to get it. So it's part of Google add-on. So once you click on this, you would have to I don't want to go over that, but this is where you get the AutoCAD. If you click on get add-on, you see a number of things that you can add to your Excel. So you will see AutoCAD. Once you add it to it, you can watch a YouTube video on how you can, use it. But trust me, AutoCAD is a very, very, I know it's complicated, but I mean, you really need to, take time to, process that. It's like a process for AutoCAD, right? So that is that for the Excel. Now going back to where I was talking about between Google Sheets. Okay, let's just take. I'm so sorry. I think at this point, we'll just call it a day. Let's just take questions at this point right now. I mean, I wanted to go to Google Calendar. That I think I already gave an idea around the drive. Drive is you can easily get things on your drive. You can upload any document. Once you click on New, you will see file upload or create new folder. You can create a new folder and put in documents on in the folder. You can also upload the folder as well on Google Drive. You can also upload a file. Like when I mean a file could be like a document or a sheet, whatever it is. It could be a slide, whatever it is, right? So that is that. Now let me just go to Google Slides quickly. Google Slides. This is Google Slides. Google Slides is also great. It's really amazing. You can get templates as well. Just you can get templates on Google Slides, right? So this is Google Slide. You can create something from scratch. These are templates. No, so these are not templates. Let me go to where we would find templates. So this is Google Slides. Google Slides. Now these are templates. Now you can pick any template. You can see templates on presentation, template on work, any template you need. You can profile professional profile, employee certificate. You can pick any of the templates and you modify it. So let me pick on consulting proposal. This is like a template that I really like. If I have to use the template most times, I just go for this. Very simple, and so this is the slide already. So it gives you an idea of what the slide should look like. It's a proposal slide. So you see, this is the table of content. I don't like when you write table of content like this. TOC, what's TOC? You just write it in full, so it doesn't confuse the reader, right? So overview. You put pictures. Mind you, not that you use this picture, you can change the picture completely. You can change. What's going on? Oh, network. Oh, network is not allowing me to do justice to this, but you can work on this, using your own content on Google Slides. So I'm gonna drop it here. Yeah, can you add image of course you can add videos or image. That area where I put add files, you can add videos or image. So on Google Slides, yeah, definitely you can do that actually on Google Slides. See it over here. You can insert. Can you see insert? Can you see my screen? This is Google Slide right now. You can see insert. So insert video, insert image, insert audio, insert table, insert diagram, whatever it is, you can do that on it. So that is it. I wish I could really go over that into details. Only 2% can you, okay? Please, little tutorial on Google Slide. So I just try to do a little bit I can on Google Slide. You can also just, watch other videos online on how to use Google Slides. Okay, is that or any other question from anyone? I've been able to cover just a few things. I feel like what I've been able to talk about are things that most of us can really, use. Any question from anyone? Either in our businesses or even at the workplace. Please, can we download Google Suite as a package and have access to all
Yes, I have.
all Google goodies? Who is this person? Eunice. They're all Google goodies. Nice one. So you don't have to download the Google Suite. Okay, yeah, you can. I think on the App Store, there should be a Google Suite. For the phone, no, but for your laptop, you don't need to just have a Chrome. Once you have the Google Chrome on your laptop, you already have access to Google Suite. Yeah. So, but for your phone, you need to download the apps themselves. You need to download the apps on your phone. Just go to Play Store, right? Or what's it called again? The one for iPhone, right? Just you can easily just download all of them there. Yeah, thank you so much, Fortunate Bakwe. Thank you so much. Can Google Drive be protected by password? I've not really thought about. I've not done that before. Let me ask me. I'm someone that usually asks Google. Like Google is my friend. I ask them any question. I've not really done that. Can you can you protect or password your Google Drive? Google Drive. Okay, and so I know that you can protect your Google Drive folder, by the way. I know about that one, but the drive itself, I don't know. But for the folder, you can actually protect it. But I think no, I don't think you can. It's just like regular how to password or protect your Google Drive files. There are only a few methods you can use. Restrict the access to sharing settings. That's the regular thing I just did. Encrypt the folder before uploading. It's still the same thing for folder. So you can only protect or restrict the files in a good drive, right? Do you understand? Or encrypt or also still, restrict access to the folders. But the actual drive itself, like the drive, you cannot. If you have Google Drive on your phone, you can just password it. Then the regular way you password your apps on your phone. I mean, so nobody have access to jump on your drive. That's what I would say. Can you mention a free email marketing post? Can we use autocrat for email marketing? No, you cannot really. It's not. I won't call it email marketing is broad. I mean, you can't really use autocrat for email marketing. Autocrat is for a different thing entirely. I mean, a part of it, but not really email marketing. It looks exactly like PowerPoint, though. Okay. Can we connect a remote controller on Google Slide, like controlling with your phone? For everything I just showed you right now, these are things that you can do on your phone. Like every single thing I just mentioned right here on this call, they can just download the apps on your phone and ensure that it's connected to the same email address, that you're working with. Like this, this is my email address, right? I have it on my phone and I'm working with that. How to set automatic response in email? Okay. Am I ready to talk about? I'm so sorry. So it's not so difficult. I'm so sorry. The question that you guys are asking right now, they are very possible. Just ask Google, right, and it will put it through. If I have to go over that, it will take my time again. I just want to just take questions that I can, respond, other than having to go practical with it. How do I present your Google slide having my presentation on my phone? So it's quite easy. I mean, on your phone, you'll see a part where you can, present. See slideshow over here. Click on slideshow and you're presenting already. For your phone, you will see the same thing over there too. Just click on slideshow, click on present, you will see it over there. Just look at the screen. Just look at the screen. You see, just check the taskbar. You see the things you can do. Okay. Any other question? Yeah, thank you so much, Susie. Yeah, thank you for that feedback. Yeah. All right, thank you so much, everyone. I mean, I really appreciate that you guys were able to, pay attention, and I was able to, teach. Right. So, actually, if I don't know if you're on the call, Shiva, can you share the attendance? Oh, thank you so much. I wish I wish I had this kind of experience from the last class. I mean, network was really disturbing the previous class I had. So, but thank you so much. I really appreciate this feedback. Thank you, really. Thank you so much. Chef, are you on the call? Okay, just give me a few seconds. Let me try to reach out to Shefa so that she can drop the attendance. And she'll just take it up from there.